Welcome back, YouTube. Sensei Domino here. This video is going to be a video response for the Pulls, who's doing a contest in honor of his friend, the autograph fisherman John Burgess. Now, from what I understand, John was considering taking a step back from the hobby. He was going to stop making content, and he was even considering deleting his channel altogether. And several of John's friends contacted For the Pulls to voice their concerns about their friend. And For the Pulls kind of rushed home and decided to post a video where he introduced this contest to kind of show support for his friend, and I would assume to show John how many friends and how much of an impact that he's actually made on this wonderful hobby of ours. And I just think that that's a wonderful thing for him to do for John. And I just kind of wanted to show my support for the cause as well. I haven't done very many VRs myself. In fact, this is the second one I've done. But I just think that this is a great thing to get behind. And John, I don't know you very well. I just found your channel today by watching a video on 23 Munch's channel. But one thing is apparent. You are passionate about hockey. You're passionate about your collection. You're passionate about your TTMs when you show them on video. And I'm glad to hear that you've decided to kind of stick around and continue making content and continue ripping packs and continuing to get your TTMs, because as somebody that just returned to the hobby after being away for 23 years, I didn't realize what I was missing being gone so long. Just the joy of the hunt, the joy of getting that new card, the joy of, getting a new autograph. I didn't know what I was missing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my return to the hobby. And I kind of feel like if you had taken a step back, you might have missed it. And so I'm glad to hear that you've decided to stick with this hobby, and I hope you continue to do so for a long time. Anyway, the contest that For the Pulls is doing is he wants us to show our favorite 5 autographs in our collection, or our favorite 5 items in our collection. And in honor of the autograph fisherman John Burgess, I've decided to show my 5 favorite autographs in my collection, because I think that they have, kind of a story. And so I think I'm going to try to rate them 5-1. It might be difficult, but I'm going to try. Anyway, let me move this over to the side so you can continue to see it. If you've never checked out the channels of For the Pulls or the autograph fisherman John Burgess, I highly recommend their channels. They are huge hockey fans, and their content is wonderful. So go check them out. Anyway, at number 5, we have this autograph baseball. Now, it's not necessarily the autographs that are on this ball that are sentimental to me. It's the time period in which I got these autographed. Now, I've got several autographed baseballs with, a couple autographs here and there. This is the one that has the most autographs on it. And back in 1989, when I got these autographs, Arlington Stadium was still around. And that's where the Texas Rangers play, or used to play. And if you got to the game early in the series, like game 1 or game 2 of a 3-game series or something, the opposing team had to walk across the parking lot to get to their hotel. So that gave you plenty of time to kind of chase them down and try to get their autographs. And so that's what I did for a lot of these autographs on here. In fact, there was one time where I went so far as to follow former Detroit Tiger Cecil Fielder all the way to the hotel, all the way up the hotel elevator, all the way to his hotel room, while he had future All-Star, future Detroit Tiger himself, future Texas Ranger, Prince Fielder in his arms. Little did I know. And right before he shut his hotel room, he gave me his autograph. Unfortunately, I don't know where that autograph is, but I was a pest back then. So let me go ahead and show you some of these autographs on here. There are 3 on here where I can't figure out who they are. I've tried looking at the 89 rosters for the Rangers and the other team on here, the California Angels, and I just can't figure out who they are. Maybe they were a bullpen catcher or a bench coach or something, but can't figure it out. Anyway, this is one of 2 Rangers on this autograph ball. Sorry about the focus. That is Mike Stanley. Can I get this to focus? Anyway, there we go. We've got Marcel Latchman, who was a bench coach for the California Angels. This is another autograph. I can't figure out who it is. It looks like it's Shane something, but there's no Shane on either team. This is Gary DiSarcina. He was a shortstop for the California Angels. This is another autograph. I can't figure out who it is. It's Joe something, but there's no Joe on the California Angels or the Texas Rangers that year. So I don't know. This is Max Venable, who was an outfielder for the Angels. We've got Brian Harvey, who was a really good closer for the Angels. This one right here is Chuck Finley, who was a starting pitcher for the Angels, but is probably more known for his fight with Tawny Kitaen. This is Mark Langston, another starting pitcher for the Angels. Here we got Mike Fetters, who was a relief pitcher for the Angels. This is Jim Abbott, who was a starting pitcher for the Angels, also pitched for the Yankees where he pitched a no-hitter. This is Luis Polonia, who was a outfielder for the Angels. This is Scott Bales, who was a relief pitcher, I believe, for the Angels. This is Tom House, who is the Texas Rangers pitching coach. That's the other Ranger on this ball. These days, I believe he's kind of a quarterback whisperer. He works with quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks. So he's kind of found a new career. I believe that's everybody. Yeah. So that's everybody on this ball. And like I said, it's not necessarily the autographs on this ball, but it kind of represents a time period in my life where, you know, I'd go to Ranger games and just collect as many autographs as I could. So that's number 5. Number 4 is this one right here. Now, I didn't get this autograph myself. One of my good friends in the mid-2000s worked for a valet service. And this is Jerry Jones's autograph, if you haven't figured it out. And Jerry Jones's limo pulled up and needed to be parked. And my buddy was nice enough to ask for an autograph for himself and for me. And Jerry Jones personalized it. 2 Tony, you're a winner, Jerry Jones, Cowboys. And so I thought that was kind of cool to have, you know, Jerry Jones's autograph in my collection. It was real nice of my buddy to think of me, you know, when he was getting that autograph as well. So I've got that. That's number 4. Number 3 is this right here. This right here is a ticket stub for opening night of the 2000-2001 Dallas Mavericks season. This was at the Reunion Arena, October 31st, 2000. And the 2 autographs on the front are the Milwaukee Bucks head coach, who was the visiting team that day. And this right here is Milwaukee Buck Darvin Ham. Now, you might know Darvin Ham just took over as the head coach of the LA Lakers. This was back when he was a player. But those aren't the 2 autographs I'm excited about. The one on the back, Go Mavs, Mark Cuban. Now, I got this autograph after the game. And that game, since it was opening night, Mark Cuban announced that anybody that comes to the game that night, if they stop by the bar that was in Victory Plaza after the game, he would buy them a beer. And so my buddy and I decided to take Mark Cuban up on that offer, and we went to the bar after the game and introduced ourselves to Mark Cuban, shook his hands, both of us got an autograph, and he bought us a beer. And we talked to him for about 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, he had several people he was talking to, so we didn't have a long time to talk to Mark Cuban, but we congratulated him on his purchase of the team, and we wished him all the luck in the world. And, you know, eventually in 2011 he helped build the team that won the NBA championship in 2011. So I think it's really cool to have this autograph in the collection and kind of have that story that goes along with it. So that's number 3. I'm going to cheat on number 2 because I had several autographs I wanted to put on the list, and so I kind of bunched these together as one. Sorry if it breaks the rules, but this is the Mavericks' big 3 of the late 90s, early 2000s. And we've got Dirk Nowitzki right here. We've got Michael Finley, and we've got Steve Nash. Now, most of the time that Steve Nash was here in Dallas, he was kind of I don't know, a part-time player, I guess. It wasn't until the last couple years that he was here where he really kind of became a star, and eventually he went back to Phoenix where he would win back-to-back MVPs and kind of cement his place in history as one of the best players to ever play. But this is Steve Nash's autograph. It's on his rookie card, but he actually signed the back of the card. This is his Skybox Z-Force rookie. So I've got that. And then I've got Michael Finley, who was actually the best player on the team at the time. It was kind of before Dirk became, the Hall of Fame player he would become. And back at Reunion Arena, after the games, the Maverick players would kind of have to drive up a ramp and kind of drive past autograph seekers in order to get out of the arena. And several autograph seekers would kind of camp out there after the game trying to get autographs. And I remember Michael Finley actually didn't come out in his car. He kind of crept up behind a couple pillars and kind of snuck up on some kids. I remember seeing him, and I had been to several Maverick games, and he never stopped. He never gave us an opportunity to get his autograph. And when he showed up that day, I literally couldn't speak. My brother actually, I think it was my brother. My brother actually said, he wants an autograph too. And so Michael Finley ended up giving me this autograph. But I was such a huge fan of Michael Finley and so shocked that he was actually there, in my presence with an opportunity to get his autograph. And he was nice enough to sign this card for me. So I thought that was kind of funny. It's the one time that I've met somebody who wasn't able to speak. And this Dirk Nowitzki autograph, I've got several Dirk autographs. Most of them I picked up during his rookie year. This is also on his Skybox Premium rookie card. Back then, he was, still kind of trying to find his game. He was, he wasn't very good early on in his career. And this, not this card in particular, but the buddy that I had with me during that time had his 98-99 Topps card with him. And I remember after he signed my card, he looked over at my buddy's card and he was like, "What card is this?" He was like, "Why does it look like I have a shrunken head?" And we busted out laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. He almost didn't want to sign the card because it looked like his shrunken head was superimposed on somebody else's body. It was just funny to listen to, and I'll never forget that story. But I got this autograph that day that my buddy got that other card autographed, and so that was a funny moment as well. And the last card, number 1, is a TTM, and also my favorite player for most of the last 20 years. And it is a 1998-99 Topps Vince Carter rookie card, autographed through the mail. And it's just a sick picture on top of that. But I actually kept the envelope that the card came in as well. And Vince Carter was nice enough to write "Do not bend" on the envelope. if you look up here, he sent it back to me July 19th, 1999, or I guess, yeah, right around that time, July 19th, 1999. So this was just after his rookie season. And not only did he autograph the card, but he was nice enough to write "Do not bend" on the envelope. How many TTMs have you sent out to players? I can't think of one that was nice enough to write "Do not bend" on the envelope. And I just thought that that was an incredibly thoughtful thing of Vince Carter to do. And it arrived in great shape. So, you know, I never wanted to get rid of this. This is in Vince Carter's handwriting. So I've just kind of kept it along with the card. And so, you know, that was part, not only was Vince Carter a great player, but, you know, him being nice enough to do this for this card, you know, it kind of put him a place up at the top of my favorite players ever. And, you know, little did I know he would eventually become a Dallas Maverick. And, you know, I had a chance to watch my favorite player play for my favorite team. So, anyway, that's the 5 favorite autographs in my collection. And hopefully this video isn't too long. If you're still with me, thank you for sticking with me. It's certainly for a great cause, for the autograph fisherman, John Burgess. Certainly go check out his channel and For the Pulls channel. And until the next one, thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you again soon.